Some places hum with secrets, their stories woven into the very air, waiting for those who listen closely enough to hear them. And Bohemian Grove is one of them. A place where the trees seem to guard their mysteries fiercely. It sounds whimsical, almost like a fairy tale, but the whispers from its ancient redwoods tell a story of power, influence, and strange ceremonies that blur the line between myth and reality. For over a century, this secluded Californian forest has fascinated and unsettled outsiders, drawing curious minds and conspiracy theorists alike. The Grove's membership list reads like a who's who of the global elite, fueling endless suspicion. Stories circulate: men in robes, a giant stone owl, mock sacrifices, rituals that seem pulled from the pages of a dark fantasy, not the annals of real life. When the powerful gather in secret, our imaginations fill in the blanks, often conjuring up images of clandestine deals and shadowy conspiracies. Is Bohemian Grove just an eccentric summer camp for the wealthy, a place to unwind and escape the public eye, or something more sinister, a shadow government, or even a site of occult rituals? The mystery is what makes the Grove so compelling, drawing us in with the promise of hidden truths. If you trust authority, it's a harmless fraternity, a private club where the world's most influential people simply relax and network. If you're suspicious, it's a symbol of hidden control, a place where decisions that shape the world are made behind closed doors. The truth is likely somewhere in the middle, buried beneath layers of myth, speculation, and half-remembered tales. Bohemian Grove is a Rorschach test for our views on power, secrecy, and the unknown. It represents the hidden architecture of control, the invisible threads that connect the world's most powerful. Or perhaps it's just an elaborate escape for the elite, a place to shed their public personas and simply be. Either way, its secrets keep us guessing, and the whispers from the woods continue to echo in our collective imagination. Bohemian Grove sits quietly in Monte Rio, California, nestled deep among ancient redwoods that have stood for centuries. This is not just any forest, it's a place shrouded in mystery, where the trees themselves seem to guard secrets. Owned by the exclusive Bohemian Club of San Francisco, the Grove is a sprawling 700-acre sanctuary reserved for the world's elite. Here, privacy is not just a preference, it's a way of life, fiercely protected by both nature and man. The club's motto, "Weaving spiders come not here," hints that business and outside concerns are left at the gate. But in truth, secrecy is the real rule, and what happens inside is rarely spoken of beyond these woods. High fences, locked gates, and vigilant security teams keep outsiders at bay, adding to the Grove's mystique. The sense of being watched is ever present, and only those with an invitation may pass. For members, this intense privacy is the point. For outsiders, it looks like deliberate concealment. The Grove's reputation for secrecy has only grown over the decades, fueling endless speculation. Scattered across the land are more than 100 rustic camps, each with its own name, traditions, and unique character. These camps are the heart of the Grove, where friendships are forged and stories are shared. These camps foster a deep sense of camaraderie and brotherhood, offering a rare escape from the pressures of public life. Here, men return to a simpler, more primal world, if only for a few days. The Grove is an adult playground for the rich and powerful, carefully curated to feel wild yet comfortable. Every detail is designed to blend luxury with the illusion of roughing it. The towering redwoods form a natural cathedral, their branches arching high above, creating a world apart from the outside. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting the Grove in an almost otherworldly glow. This profound isolation is key, not just about being close to nature, but about creating a separate reality. Here, the outside world feels distant, almost unreal. Within these boundaries, the normal rules of society don't apply. Members indulge in freedoms and rituals their public lives would never allow, savoring a rare sense of liberation. The Grove becomes a stage for both the mundane and the mysterious. Lectures, performances, and secretive ceremonies unfold beneath the trees. Its deliberate seclusion fuels both its magnetic allure and the persistent suspicions that swirl around it. Outsiders can only guess at what truly happens here. The atmosphere may appear rustic, but the amenities are anything but basic. Inside, guests enjoy fine dining, plush accommodations, and every comfort imaginable. In this carefully manufactured wilderness, the elite can truly let loose, free from scrutiny, surrounded by the ancient redwoods and the enduring promise of secrecy. The Bohemian Club's membership is legendary, exclusively male and packed with power. For over a century, it's been a sanctuary for the world's most influential men, a place where status and connections matter more than anything else. US presidents, military leaders, CEOs, media moguls, and artists have all attended. The guest list reads like a who's who of American power, with each gathering bringing together men who shape the world behind the scenes. Getting in isn't easy. The waiting list can stretch for decades and sponsorship is required. Even the well-connected must wait years for a coveted invitation, and only a select few ever make it past the gates. It's the ultimate old boys network, where belonging is as important as what happens inside. The bonds formed here can last a lifetime, opening doors in business, politics, and beyond. Members are divided into bohemians, artists, musicians, academics, and Philistines, politicians, businessmen. This unique mix is part of the club's mystique, blending creativity with raw influence. Critics say the Philistines now dominate, with artists providing entertainment for the powerful. Some argue the original spirit of bohemian freedom has faded, replaced by corporate and political interests. The Grove isn't just a meeting of bankers or politicians, it's a cross-section of the establishment. Here, the lines between industries blur, and alliances are quietly forged. A Supreme Court justice might share a drink with a bank CEO, while a former president tells stories nearby. The casual setting masks the gravity of the conversations taking place. This concentration of power, behind closed doors, fuels endless conspiracy theories. Outsiders can only guess at what's really discussed in the shadows of the redwoods. Are they just enjoying amateur theater, or setting the global agenda? The line between recreation and influence is deliberately blurred. The secrecy makes it impossible to know for sure. What happens in the Grove stays in the Grove, and that's by design. The club's exclusivity is both its greatest appeal and the source of its most persistent rumors. Invitations are rare and speculation is constant. The mix of attendees ensures that the Grove remains a lightning rod for suspicion. Every year, new faces join the old guard, keeping the intrigue alive. It's a place where the world's most influential men mingle without oversight. Deals are rumored to be made, and friendships that shape history are born. The question isn't just who gets in, but what really happens when they do. The answers remain locked away deep in the woods. The Grove's guest list is a snapshot of power itself, a living record of those who pull the strings. And that's why the world keeps watching, year after year, hoping for a glimpse behind the curtain. Each July, the Grove hosts its main event, a 2-week encampment for thousands of members and guests. The schedule is packed. Lakeside talks feature off-the-record discussions on politics, science, and more. Some say the Manhattan Project was first discussed here. Beyond the serious talks, there are concerts, plays, and elaborate amateur theatrics. Powerful men dress up, perform, and let loose in ways they never could in public. The atmosphere is boisterous, with plenty of drinking and a sense of fraternity. Members are encouraged to shed their public personas and embrace a carefree spirit. But the combination of secrecy, power, and juvenile behavior makes outsiders uneasy. Can the world's most influential men really leave business at the gate? Or is the Grove just the world's most exclusive networking event in disguise? The Grove's most infamous event is the cremation of Care, held at the base of a 40-foot concrete owl. Robed figures burn an effigy called Dull Care, symbolically casting off worldly worries. The ceremony is theatrical, with music, chanting, and pyrotechnics. Members insist it's harmless pageantry, a tradition marking the start of their retreat. To them, it's theater, not ritual. But to outsiders, the visuals, robes, fire, a giant idol, look like a pagan rite. Grainy footage has fueled wild speculation about occult practices. The line between theater and ritual blurs, especially when viewed from afar. The ceremony's symbolism and secrecy invite misinterpretation. For members, it's just a mood setter. For critics, it's evidence of something darker. The truth may be less dramatic, but the spectacle is hard to ignore. Where there's secrecy, conspiracy theories thrive, and Bohemian Grove is a magnet for them. Alex Jones famously filmed the cremation of Care, calling it a satanic ritual and linking the owl to the deity Moloch. Some claim real sacrifices happen, though there's no evidence. Others see the Grove as a shadow government, where world-changing decisions are made in secret. These theories persist because they offer simple answers to complex questions about power. The Grove becomes a symbol of hidden control, its secrecy seen as proof of wrongdoing. the lack of evidence only deepens the mystery for true believers. Here's what's certain. Bohemian Grove is real, and its members are among the world's most powerful men. The annual encampment, the lakeside talks, the plays, and the cremation of care ceremony are all confirmed. Journalists and former members describe a mix of networking, entertainment, and heavy drinking. The club denies any sinister activity, framing it all as harmless tradition. There's no credible evidence of satanic rituals or human sacrifice. The idea of a literal shadow government is exaggerated, but informal networking does happen. The real issue is the undemocratic influence of a private, all-male club on public life. Power is exercised here, not through ritual, but through relationships. Why do the wildest stories persist? Human psychology plays a big role. We're suspicious of secrecy, especially among the elite. The Grove's privacy is a blank canvas for our fears about power. The dramatic visuals of the cremation of care fit perfectly with our cultural images of secret societies. Conspiracy theories offer comfort, a clear enemy, a simple explanation for a chaotic world. The internet amplifies these stories, turning rumors into viral facts. Online echo chambers reinforce belief, and any denial is seen as part of the cover-up. The Grove endures in the public imagination because it's compelling, mysterious, and fits our deepest anxieties. As long as secrecy remains, so will the rumors. Bohemian Grove is a paradox, part summer camp, part symbol of hidden power. It's a place where the elite relax, network, and perform, but also a magnet for suspicion and myth. The truth likely lies between harmless tradition and troubling exclusivity. The real problem may not be what happens there, but that such a secretive, all-male club exists at all. Its secrecy is at odds with democratic ideals, fueling endless speculation. The Grove's allure is the allure of the unknown, a door closed to nearly everyone. As long as that door stays shut, we'll keep wondering what's inside. The whispers from the woods will continue, feeding our curiosity and our fears. Is it just a retreat for the powerful or something more? The mystery endures, and so do the questions.